And welcome back to the Duff Pick'em All-Stars, Week 10 of the 2022 NFL season. Up above me is Grody. Up over to my upper left there is the Commish. And to my left over there is Icehouse. We are the Duff Pick'em All-Stars. I am your host, the Orange Peanut, sporting the fantastic jacket that everyone in this current picture here knows and loves with this on here and requests that I wear this all the time with this. We are here to offer you fantasy football advice that may be used for your drafts, your bets, your ulterior motives to really rib your neighbor and make a good meme of him at some point. Put him on a hot dog man with a little sad hot dog clown face of some sort. I don't know. But let's talk more about what happened last week here. Kamish, give us some stats of the pick'em that we did from last week. How well did we do?
All right. Well, Grody led the week with 56 points, followed behind by you with 54, then me with 52, Tommy with 44, Boss with 37, Eric with 36, and Stan, unfortunately, was traveling back from Africa and managed only to get in a couple of picks and managed 18 points. Won't necessarily hold that against him, but if he does it again in the future, we will certainly lay into him and make fun of him as much as possible. Especially considering he missed out on picking Washington, which would have been the right pick this week, and he'd have been the only one since we all got Minnesota wrong. We all got Philly wrong except for Stan, who got Houston. There was a push, so it didn't matter if you picked Atlanta or the Chargers. We did all get New England right. Tommy was the only one that got Vegas wrong. Everybody else got Jacksonville right. That's it for singles and clean slates across the board. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 favorites were the correct picks this week, whereas 2, 4, 6, 8 underdogs and the one push. Did manage to update my spreadsheet for that. On the season so far, favorites have been right 59 times, underdogs 73 times with 4 pushes, totaling 136 picks. Favorites are right 43% of the time. Underdogs are right 53.6% of the times, and a push happens 3%. On the season, we have leading the way, Grody with 584 points and a considerable lead behind John with 519, or ahead of John with 519. Tommy right behind him at 509. Me right behind Tommy at 498. Stan right behind me at 488. Boss a little bit further behind him with 466, and Eric bringing up the rear with 463 as Boss keeps his slight lead above being last place.
What a system. What a system at play here.
This week, man. Y'all gotta watch out for this one.
Yeah. Stan, we are so glad that you're back. We're sorry you couldn't make those picks, especially when Washington would have won it and you could have ribbed us all. I feel that with the, years worth of service that you've done in Africa, that definitely deserves some applause with that one there. Thank you so much for all the service that you do for us in this country here. But let's raise our glasses, raise our beers up to Grody Gloater winning last week for the champion of the week there. Congratulations, Grody. Grody, what was your favorite game last week to watch?
Obviously the Bears game, but the fun snippets to see was definitely watching the struggling Packers losing to the Detroit Lions. It was pretty awesome to see.
Oh, without a doubt, with that one there.
I have to admit, looking back on last week's picks, the one that really not irks me, but the one that I was like, if I had just bothered to, come back to the Bears instead of, being like, no, I don't see them hanging with Miami. That's the one pick I look at. I'm like, I would have led the week.
Yeah,
it's the only one that I looked at and I was like really bummed about it. But I mean, hey, they hadn't been panning out, and it was time for me to, make a smart pick.
Yeah. I was happy to see when the Baltimore game started that John had New Orleans. I was like, yes. I was like, because if Baltimore wins, I got it. I was like, yes. I was like, because if he had switched to Baltimore, I would like,
completely overtook in the last 3 games with that. That was amazing. That was really good point choices with that there.
I was gonna say that Tampa Bay choice though, lucky by the skin of your fucking teeth.
Fuck yeah! I was like
That's
when they
fucking shit show of a defense in the end. You know exactly what they're doing, and you just let them. You fucking losers.
Yeah. Makes me wish I would have.
God.
Makes me wish the only pick I wish I would have switched, but I really wouldn't have switched it just because I don't know why. But the pick I wish I would have switched would have been my Arizona pick. So I wouldn't have thought about switching it.
Yeah, that's a good pick. But speaking of picks here, Grody gets 2 picks. He'll be talking about the first one and the last one with it here. The first one that he's going to be talking about is Dallas against the Packers. Jeez. Ugh. Hey, Grody. Oh, my God. Let's waft away that stink. Give us some stats.
Oh yeah, so they've only met 37 times. Packers lead the series 2017. One of the biggest reasons why I picked this game is because Mike McCarthy obviously used to be the coach of the Packers, and now he is with the Cowboys. So he's hopefully going to be able to go into Lambeau and get some revenge on them. They've lost a couple people on defense. The Packers have. They lost 3 really good offensive guys for them last week against Detroit. It's probably one of the reasons why they looked so bad. And I hope that continues against the good Dallas defense because it'll just be nice as a Bears fan, even though we're losing, that they keep losing. It was good to see the temper tantrums that Aaron Rodgers was throwing during that game. He looked like such a whiny little kid. I hope that continues this week with Dallas, and obviously they just had a bye week, so they're definitely coming in fresh. That's a 5-point spread. They beat the Bears handily when we played them, and I think right now our offense is probably doing a lot more than the Bay offense. So I got 7 points on Dallas to beat Green Bay in Green Bay.
Dallas with 7 points to beat Green Bay. I like those stats with that one there. By the way, that sound that you in the audience might be hearing, I haven't figured out a way to get my own folks to be able to hear this with us here. That point sound that you keep hearing is me giving them points. That's the around the horn point that I keep giving them with it on there. Grody's gotten 6 with that one on there already with that, which is pretty good. I'm going here. Dallas. Gotta go Dallas with this one. Their defense is just outstanding. Green Bay, you suck. I'm so glad to see all the struggles you're going through with it. Take that. I'll be joining you. 7 points on Dallas. That sounds right with that one there. Yeah. Commish?
I also have 7 points on Dallas.
Oh, 777. Oh my God. Ice House, are you going to be the lucky man?
I got a new system. Let's see what it says.
He's giving me 27.7. Hey.
Yeah, fine. Just for shits and giggles, I'll go with 7. Green Bay.
What's the 7th letter in the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 27.7 G. That's the one with that there. All right. Way to go with that. Excellent. Way to go there. All right. So it comes down to me. Second did this here. I chose New Orleans against Pittsburgh. Now, we all know what I'm going to pick with this one here. But I thought I would actually take a step back and actually take an honest look at the defenses to see if my picks actually in any sort of way make some sort of statistical sense based on how they're doing. So what I have for you right now are the stats of Miles Jack, the overall defensive stats for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the overall defensive stats for the Saints with this. Which by these teams, they've met about 16 times. I think the Saints lead this 9-7 overall with it on there. Not a lot of times that they've met up with this here. Now, Miles Jack on the year has 0 sacks for this team. Zero sacks for the team at the moment here. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, though, which are totaling as of 2022 with this right now, I'm 15 sacks, right? So it's looking good. The Saints, on the other hand, who have been a good mix of offense and defense. The Saints have kind of been a little bit of like a team that's kind of here and there once in a while with that. Saints on the year of 22 sacks going on there. Their lead linebacker right now, Mr. What's your name here? Mr. Davis, Demario Davis. Nice bandana in your picture, Demario, if you're ever watching this here. Leads the team right now on 6 sacks and 17 assists. Meanwhile, lead sacks for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as of right now, currently leads with Highsmith, Mr. Alex Highsmith. Nice mugshot with that there. Jeez. Who's got 6.5 sacks and 31 assists. Now, Steelers got TJ Watt, who was unfortunately out with an injury with it. The short time he was playing in one game played, got his 1 sack with 6 assists on the tackle with it. It's just like, I don't know, he's just awesome in terms of how he's been doing it there. So where's Jack wind up with all of this? Where's Miles Jack? Well, based on all the games he has played, Jack has been healthy with all of this. He currently, on the Steelers, leads with assists. Although he has no sacks, he's got some fumbles that he's caused, 2 of them with it, leads on the Steelers with 29 sacks. So, is he worth it? Nah. This is let's base it on here. These teams both have decent defenses with it, but is it worth putting maximum points on this game with it here? I highly doubt it in terms of where that is. Going into the information on this, 54% of folks are picking New Orleans on a 5 or on a 2.5 point favorite for this game. It's playing in Pittsburgh. The other reason I picked this game, I was watching in my lunch break today some of the best, snowiest games that have been played. The Detroit game played in Philadelphia, the Buffalo game with Indianapolis coming up to Buffalo to play in the snow. There is a snow forecast for a game in Pittsburgh. I do like that. I do love my favorite personal games to watch are the snowy games with this. So we'll be going for, though it's not really, some people out of slope. There's a lot of high points out there. So yeah, someone might not go max wins. Max points on Miles Jack.
To the surprise of Noah.
Commish, your thoughts?
You could have just let that go and did a different game to lead up to that. I got 13 points on Pittsburgh.
13 points on Pittsburgh. All right. Going to Ice House.
Sorry, I don't know what that's about.
What did you say?
He doesn't know if what's in his pants is his.
Look
Yeah.
at my list. I like New Orleans or 9.
New Orleans for 9. A reasonable choice. Grody?
We got 13 on Pittsburgh.
Team on Pittsburgh. Look at that action go with that. Real good. Obviously, I don't get any points with this here, but let's see what the commish can do with this one here. Commish, you are still on the Let's Go Buffalo train, talking about Buffalo against Minnesota. What's up with some stats?
Sure am. So these two teams have met 14 total times. Minnesota's leading the series 8-6, although Buffalo has won the last 2 and the last 4 out of 5. Their most recent meeting was in 2018, where Buffalo absolutely demolished them 27-6. Now, the big question going into this game is the health of Josh Allen. What's he going to be? Is he going to be a game time decision? Is he going to be able to go? That is all up in the air, and assuming that he plays and you have the Buffalo offense being running on all cylinders like they do, they can't afford to lose this game. They lost to the Jets, and they've already lost to, was that New England or Miami? Miami. So they're 0-2 in the division, and while this is a non-conference game and it doesn't factor into tiebreakers, they're winning the division at 6-2 with both Jets and Miami closely behind them with 6-3 and New England at 5-4. I think overall this is the best division in all of football. So they're not looking to lose at all. They have no interest. Minnesota is 7-1. They are 4-0 at home and 3-1 on the road. Buffalo's 3-0 at home with the 3-2 on the road. Of all of their meetings, the Vikings are of all those meetings, the Vikings are 4-1 against Buffalo in Minnesota and 4-4 against them in trips to Buffalo. So it looks like a 50-50 shot on them being able to win this game, as it is in Buffalo. As it stands right now, it is a 6.5 point spread, and on the season, where'd my chart go? Come back. Buffalo is only out of their 8 games, and they've been the favorite in every single one of them, and they still are. It's a 50-50 chance of them being the right pick, as they're 4-3-1 with that push. So I got 5 points on this game, and even though I think that Buffalo can pull off the win, I'm picking Minnesota. I think it'll be a close game, especially if Allen does not play.
Gosh, yeah. Excellent stats on that one there. Icehouse, what's your thoughts?
My new system has Minnesota at 10 points.
10 points with that one there. My goodness, with that. Grody?
Wow. Shit. I was gonna say I had something for this. Oh yes. So last year in one score games, Minnesota was, I think it was like 1-8. This year in one score games, they are 6-1. So they've kind of flipped the script. But again, if they're going to lose a one score game, like Joe said, I think, even if Josh Allen is playing, I don't think this is going to be a huge blowout. I think these are two really good offensive teams. I think if Buffalo does win, maybe a field goal, maybe 5 points. So yeah, I got 5 points on Minnesota as well.
Points on Minnesota. That one. 5. You said 5 on Minnesota. You said. Interesting. I cannot get off that "Let's Go Buffalo" train. Let's go Buffalo. I will be sticking with a 10 points on "Let's Go Buffalo." That making that even across the board with that. Interesting. Icehouse and his system has chosen to talk about Jacksonville against his Chiefs with that. Icehouse, what do you know about this game?
Let's see. Jacksonville's coming off a 27-20 win after losing in the second. Lead is 17-0. So gave up 20 points and then got that last touchdown for the win. Now, surprisingly, the Chiefs are only 7-6 against the Jaguars. Lifetime. I thought that was like, wow, how is that possible? This season, Kansas City is 3-5 against the spread, and all 5 Jacksonville losses have been a one-score game.
Oh, interesting.
So, I am taking Jacksonville. Let's see, what are we looking at? Well, that's a big.
Or 12 points.
I think I'm going max points. Jacksonville. Let's Jags.
Wow.
Boss, I was
Jags.
really hoping you were going to be keeping yourself towards the bottom.
Take a judgment on this one, man. They're gonna get it done.
Interesting. Yes, Grody.
I got 2 dropping a deuce on Kansas City. I think at home, after being able to run the ball very well against the Tennessee Titans, I think they might come out with a game plan to be able to run the ball down Jacksonville's throat and get a big lead and hold on to that ball.
Yeah. Dude, it's Kansas City at home, Icehouse. I can't join you on the Miles Jackless Jags on this one here. I just don't know. I'm going to drop a thrace on Kansas City myself. Commish?
What do I got? I got a deuce on Jacksonville.
Oh!
There we go. With me.
Blitzy.
Juice is all
What?
over the
Kansas
place there.
City doesn't cover.
Very true.
Actually,
Yeah.
really,
Oh, gosh, that's true. Oh, that's so true. Oh,
Switch it up, JB.
that is so
Yes.
true. Okay, I'm going to Jacksonville.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, coming to Jacksonville.
Yes.
Yes, go to
Yes.
Jacksonville.
alone.
Commish has another point for that one with it there, just for mentioning that because I forgot. I always keep forgetting about that. Kansas City, as good as he is, that's where they go.
JB,
I'm
I like when you use your brain to further my lead on you.
Yeah, me
Well, I
have
like
big brain.
my stats, but I told them the fucking stats. And
You know, I was gonna say Boss did say they were 3-6 against the spread.
they some guy to be like, yeah, this guy they don't cover. Like,
Two makeup points for
okay,
that
well
one.
I believe that too.
Two more makeup points. Yeah. Um. All right.
Believe everything you read on the internet, John.
Yeah.
like
Right.
you
The
said,
internet's
boss,
real.
you're usually the one to make that statement about how the blanket Kansas City doesn't cover. So when you didn't say it, I was like, well, I got to
It's
because
true.
that's 100% why I'm putting my 2 points on Jacksonville.
not wrong. There's a lot of times they don't fucking cover. You get ridiculous spreads. You're like, I shouldn't they? And then yeah, they don't.
Our current point totals as of right now, Boss has 4 points. You got Kamish over there with 9 points. Grody has 7 points. Let's see if Grody can make it up here with some stats about Detroit against the Bears. All right, Grody, hit us up with some
Oh.
stats.
All right. So the Bears and Lions have met a total of 184 times. The Bears leading the
Really?
series with 104-75 and 5 ties. The last 2 outings last year for the Bears won first game 24-14 and then 16-14. I loved what I saw on Sunday from the Bears offensively. Just talking before this about how trash both these defenses are, turnstiles, you could say. You can run it, you can throw it, you can score it anyway against these two defenses. So I definitely would say I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Right now it's sitting at 3 points. I think with the way that the Bears can score and the way that Fields can run the ball, I think they could end up winning by a touchdown instead of driving to kick a game-winning field goal, drive and score a game-winning field goal. I loved the way the team played. They are super excited to finally start Riley Reef at right tackle. He is going to be there again this game against the Lions. Him and Tevin Jenkins had that right side solid all game. It was really nice to see. Not Sam Mustafer. He's garbage. We need a new center. Cody Whitehair came back as left guard, doing good there. So I think the line is definitely going to hold up in this game. I think there's going to be a lot of running. I think there's going to be a lot of throwing. I got 11 points on the Bears.
11 points on the Bears with that one. I like it. I cannot believe the over-under on this game is 48.5 points. Like, I'm so excited to be able to see this. I've been so excited to see how the Bears did the last. Like, I was listening to the last game, and I legitimately couldn't stop listening to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this a shootout in Chicago? With the Dolphins? Like, I wouldn't have even called it at that point there. But I will join you. I will join you on Chicago, and I will put 12 points on Chicago with that one. With it there. Kamish?
Yeah, I had to look this up because we talked about it earlier. But Dave, you're never going to watch this or hear this, but on the season, Justin Fields has 191 fantasy points and Aaron Rodgers has 163. Yeah, I was
Still a lot
right
of
about that.
yes, you were.
So I got 11 points and it's on Chicago.
Hey, with the Bears, 11, 12, 11. Ice House, what does System 27.7G say?
Well, this is the one where I gotta just say, fuck the system. Taking a dozen on Chicago.
Nice.
System's gonna take a break in the game, and I'm just gonna break it because I don't give a shit. I want to see the Bears, roll, man. We're at home. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's the main Duff Pick'em All-Stars stats for you there. Let's talk about some quick picks in action with this here. I will start off the quick picks up the top. Atlanta at Carolina. Yeah. Uh, who's everyone else picking? 72% of people think Atlanta is going to do a thing. I will try them. I'm going to go 5 points. Yeah, 8 points on. No, I don't know anything about this game. 5 points on Atlanta. Commish.
I got 12 points on Atlanta.
12 points on Atlanta. Ice House.
I have 13 on Atlanta.
13 on Atlanta with that. Grody.
12 on Atlanta.
12 on Atlanta. Over to the commish. You get Tampa Bay hosting Seattle.
In Germany, I got 14 on Seattle.
14 out of max points on Seattle.
Wow.
Ice House.
I don't like betting on overseas games. They never go the way they should. So I'm just going to take 1 on Seattle.
1 on Seattle with that. Grody.
14 on Seattle.
Max points in a row with that there. Man, Geno's East Pizza. I mean, Geno Smith. I'm sorry. Geno Smith. Excuse me. But it's wrong. I am wrong. The world is wrong about you. Dollar Yo on Geno Smith. Going to Ice House here. Ice House. You have what's next here? Tennessee hosting Denver.
I like this one for 6 on Tennessee.
6 points on Tennessee. Grody.
9 points on Tennessee.
9 points on Tennessee. Who's everyone else picking? Yeah, everyone's picking Tennessee. They're very the clear favorites. How many underdogs do I have? Because I am writing down the commish automatically gets a stat for the 43% of favorites are actually winning with that with the 3% pushes. There is clear. I got to make sure I have more. I don't know. This one I don't feel right. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I'm gonna keep this one favorite. 6 points on Tennessee. Commish.
10 on Tennessee.
10 on Tennessee. Everyone's going Tennessee. Up to Grody with this. Grody, you get Miami hosting the Browns.
I got Cleveland for 8.
Cleveland for 8. I will join you on Cleveland for 8 with that. Commish.
I got 8 on Miami.
8 on Miami with that. Ooh, Ice House.
Cleveland for 8.
Cleveland for 8. Ooh, the commish stands proud with that. I get the G-Men having hosting Houston. I almost picked this game just because I've been so impressed with the G-Men that it seems like I don't know, maybe I've just been looking at Daniel Jones. Like the stats that Daniel Jones has are not impressive, but they're winning as a team, which is what I love to see. I love to see the whole team playing together with that. So all right, so Giants. Everyone seems going Giants. God, I don't want to pick Lovey Smith. I'm going G-Men. 4 points on the G-Men there. Commish.
I have 4 points on the G-Men as well.
Oh, did Ice House 4 points on the G-Men?
Well, I have 4 points on Houston, actually.
Oh, the system goes against us with this. They're Grody.
I got 4 points on the G-Men.
4 points on G-Men. Are you sure, Ice House? Ice House, are you sure?
I am sure.
Are you sure? Ice House.
Remember that.
Are you going to Ice House? You get India Crapolis going to Dave Wojo's house.
I don't know why the system says this, but
Did I skip you commit? Wait, hang on. No, it goes to the commish. I started the last one, didn't I? Yeah, commish.
Yes.
You get India Crapolis going to Dave Wojo's house.
I got 6 points on Indianapolis.
6 points on Indianapolis there. Ice House, what does your system
I
say?
have 5 points. So
You have what?
I don't think anyone would take my side on this one.
Wait, do you have to Wait, what did you put?
5 points on Indy.
You put 5 points on Indy. Oh, you people are weird. Grody,
I got 6 points on Dave.
you got 6 points on Dave. I will join you. I have a lot of favorites here. I'm gonna Dave, I have to drop a deuce on you. I'm sorry. Please tell your wife that you may need to clean that up. All right. Ice House. You have Los Angeles Rams hosting. Wow.
I like this game. 2 points on, let's see, Arizona.
Wow. With that. All right there. All right. Grody.
Yeah, Arizona only shows up on the road, and the Rams suck. I got 10 points on the Cardinals.
Ooh, good choice with that there. I like your thought process with that. I'm going to go 13 points on wow with that. Kamish.
You got 9 points on Arizona.
Everyone going Arizona with that. Popular one. That there. Back up to Grody again. You got San Fran hosting the Chargers.
I got the Chargers, 3 points.
3 points on the Chargers. I keep thinking San Fran's defense is better than what it is. Man, Chargers, don't let me down. You always seem to let me down. Damn it. 9 points on the Chargers. I'm going to regret that next week. I really am. Kamish?
I got 3 points on the Chargers.
3 points on the Chargers there. Icehouse?
I'll take 11 on the Chargers.
11 on them Chargers with that. I like it. All right, last game I get here. Skins, Washington's, Skins, Washington football Commanders. Wow, that's a spread, man. Normally I like to go big on the last game. That is a spread. Oh my God. What's everyone picking in this game? Everyone's picking, the majority picking Philadelphia. How many? Wait, I have to count my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6. Oh, I'm going to go for Washington? Oh, God. Okay. Washington. Oh, I have one. Oh, I'm smart. Oh, yeah, 1 on Washington. Yay. Kamish.
I also have 1 on Washington.
Ah! My South is confused in the system. Look at him holding his hands up there.
3 points in Washington. I'm confused why Ball State's running the ball like a bunch of jackasses.
I
Ruin your
believe you're
parlay.
in.
I got 1 point on the Eagles.
Oh, breaking the one with that there. I like it. I like it. Make sure you click save your picks with that one there. We'll pick the rest of the stuff later. Folks, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you like about what we're doing with this here. Do you want us to talk about a favorite sport of yours, a favorite team of yours, a favorite, I don't know, anything with yours? Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends about this. And folks, we will see you around on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.